excessive phone use. So question, how many of you have your phones on you or around you right now? A lot of people. So about a month and a half ago, Apple rolled out a new iOS 12, and with iOS 12 came Screen Time. Screen Time is an app or a built-in widget that helps monitor what you do while you are on your phone. For example, it looks at different productivity, educational, entertainment systems within your phone. It also monitors the amount of pickups you have and the notifications that you get in your phone. So I was eager to see what my screen time would be, and when the weekly report came around, I realized it was at 3.5 hours, and that was more than I would have liked it. So what did I do? Like any other person, I compared it to someone else I knew, and this individual is in high school right now, and he spends over 8 hours on his phone, which made me feel better about myself. But the real problem is this overall amount of screen time that we're spending on our phones. 63% of people aged between 18 and 29 fall asleep with their phones directly in their hands. So today I'm going to be talking about the problem, solution, and outcomes about excessive phone use, as well as the different aspects that we look at when using the phone. So for example, here is my screen time. You can see that it's broken up. And it took a lot of work to get here with limitations on how much I use Instagram, down to 55. The goal is 30 minutes. But you can see the notifications I get and I expect multiple of you to have even more. But let's get into the problem. So the problem is that we are using an excess amount of screen time, which can cause disconnections, loss of time, and physical impairments. According to Sarah Kay, as you can see up there, that's her last name. I'm going to honor her by just saying Sarah Kay. Sarah Kay, Health.com 2018, the majority of people use their phones for an average of 2 hours and 51 minutes a day, and that was in 2017. And if you add that up over the course of a lifespan of 78 years, that's over 5 years of our lives spent on our phones, And this number is thought to increase. By this year, we're looking, in 2018, we're looking to upwards of 4 hours for individuals to spend on our phones, which means as the life expectancy increases, that's even more years that we spend on our phone. We'll stay here. According to Adria Greenhoff, the list.com 2018, using our phones have doctors saying what can cause overuse injuries. Overuse injuries are eye strains, neck strains, irregular sleeping patterns, as well as lower O2 levels. As you can see the picture to my left, we see what happens when we use our phones. We bend over like this, and this diminishes you have vertebrae, the upper ones are called cervical vertebra, and there's a curve. And over time, as we constantly look down and do this every day, you can see the amount of force in pounds on the neck, and it's diminishing the curve that we have in our spine. So when our heads are down, we cannot fully get a full deep breath because the lungs do not fully expand all the way, and we are impinging the trachea, leading to overall lower O2 levels. So now that I talked about some of the problems with excessive phone use, I'm going to talk about some of the solutions we have or can implement with excessive phone use. So according to Gillian Dionfro, 2018, CNBC, we have different options that are available to us. Most often when we use our phone, it is in an unconscious manner. So we are just picking up our phones, looking at it because we are bored, we do not find the person we are talking to interesting, and this is where most of the excess phone use comes into play. We can reduce this by prioritizing when we use our phone and what for. As for text messages, phone calls, and emails, if we use it for those 3 things and take out everything else, we will see a great amount of time decreased in phone use. As for different screen times and grayscales, according to Lisa Friedman, Cosmopolitan 2018, Lisa Friedman, Cosmopolitan 2018, I don't know. We'll go on to the next one. But I talked about the solutions with that, and so now we're going to talk about the different outcomes. that go along with phone use. So different outcomes, more time, less worry about our phones. So according to Read Plus One 2017, the average person, when we upon stopping using the internet instantly, we experience a 3 to 4% increase in heart rate and blood pressure. And this can lead to anxiety and stress, which is most commonly found in drug addiction. So any of you that know that anyone or yourself that has used drugs or has been addicted to a substance, you know that it's going to get worse before it gets better. But there is hope. According to Stenstrom, 2018 life hack, when we take out our phone and are able to overcome the addiction and obsession with social media, we see overall increase in the better aspects of our lives, including increased productivity, decreased stress levels, and overall happiness. So today I talked about Today I talked about the problems, solutions, and outcomes related to excessive phone use. We just use our phones too much, and this causes disconnection and physical health impairments. So if you'd like to find out more information about this on this topic, you can search on YouTube, phone addiction. It's a big thing right now, as well as looking up a TED Talk that I found helpful for really any bad habits you have in life. Another source is a book that a professor wrote at Cal State Fullerton, and I highly suggest it to break away from the typical technology routine we have implemented in our lives. Thank you for your time.